Hello again. Won't you join me here today on 241, lesson 210, pages 616, excerpt, and one page. And as we begin here today on a new idea, this whole focus that's surrounded the whole entire topic. What is a sovereign light being? By now you might have come around to becoming more enlightened in this process throughout the many lessons and expanded your awareness, perhaps your way of looking at ascension. And won't you join me here today from this Sovereign Light, named after my ministry, A Course in Metaphysical Spirituality. And my name is Reverend Maria Arvanitides. How do you do? Right. So this topic, number 3, as we explore a little deeper to focus on this thing, on what is a sovereign light being. Atonement, at-one-ment, and from it, luminosity. Take a few deep breaths in. And as we come to center and align, back home into our heart space center by breathing in and out. In and out. And in and out. Turned on from within and over the moon with vibrating excitement here today. Taking responsibility over the creative force of thyself is to be of every encounter, every relationship, every interaction, and in every part of its environment to name as itself, and from a perspective of having created its life, with the awareness from an open heart and a presence within this moment held strong and activated with clarity to intend on every thought with focus. And clarity. So breathe that in for a moment. And say these words out loud. I'd like to hear you say them. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred. My creative force, the light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred. my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. From here on forward, make the intention and take a deep breath in. And with this intention that the self, being you, will be responsible and showing up to its reflections, to its many circumstances, to its many engagements, for all of its creations, and take responsibility, and not from its beliefs. Spontaneously to experience within every unfoldment that it's something you directed from your force and with intention, that you may respond responsibly, independently, and claim the power of self, of yourself, of the self as the authority, and be the light of self-expression. Seek not the approval from the many reflections, rather govern, and from within the self can under its own light shine outward with authenticity. And in its own right. The old patterning within, from within, the cellular consciousness has now shifted and attuned its frequency with that of divine light. That which we speak of as God, be it that divine expanded state of infinite consciousness, the state of conscious light that has ascended and can transform everything from the power of its love. This is the true empowerment. Live within the wonder that is, this bliss is, and immerse in the moment of the beauty of it all. That the self is the miracle of miracles, from which life breathes into, and it into itself. And breathe that in for a moment. And the purpose is to explore and feel the infinite possibilities that can be of great influence from these words, and enlighten into the self for its environment to consciously become aware of it and the part of it plays in its creation. This part of it that plays in its creation. Just become aware of it and be responsible. These circumstances are your symptoms of this focus that we intend upon, when we obliviate all these beliefs, these opinions, these borrowed thoughts, and we clear away, we can focus on anything it is from our intention that we feel to make real from our state of being and frequency to vibrate out into our circumstances as these things called symptoms. And once again, we are going to say these words out loud to end this lesson with for today. And throughout the day, just come back to this, say it, think it, feel it, believe it as many times as you can. Trick your mind into feeling it and bring up whatever it is you need to clear so that you can move forward and ascend into this mastery that you will come to know of what it means and what is a sovereign light being. How are you being? How are you being in every moment? How are you being? Are you being sovereign? Are you illuminated in this light of your own being? From this state of being, this light, your awareness, your consciousness, is it sovereign? Or is it enslaved? Are you empowered by it? Or are you empowering something that's false evidence appearing as real, to say the least, bring those acronyms together, called fear? What is motivating you? Is it the unreal or the real? What is real? Love is the only thing that is real. Open up to it and feel the bliss of your own sovereign light in this being, this present moment. And take a few deep breaths in and let it sink in into feeling it. These thoughts, I want to hear you say them out loud. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light, this light in me that has brought about this awareness to whatever it might be that I am looking at each and every moment, the best version that is sacred for me to be aware of. This thing, my creative force. The light in me has illuminated outward to reflect whatever I might see as sacred from my own creative force. I bring attention to everything my intention has created. This clarity of focus must not go dismissed and neglected as something by accident. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. The light in me has brought awareness to that which is sacred, my creative force. And eventually, it will sink in. Thank you so very, very much for joining me here today in this sacred space, this sacred place that my light has brought awareness to from my creative force. And just imagine this and feel it. This is your God-given right to inherit. This empowerment is yours to embrace and feel the love, open up to love and feel the bliss. Until next time, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.